The Couple Next Door, written by Peg Lynch and starring Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce.
It's National Happy Holidays to Everyone from Jell-O Week.
Tell everybody you know, and don't let the week go by without Jell-O.
This is Don Wilson with holiday greetings and a holiday hint. For special meals with a special twinkle, serve Jell-O for dessert. It's so beautiful and bright, so refreshingly light after a rich, festive dinner. Happy holidays, everyone, from
Jell-O.
Betsy, put your heavy sweater on underneath.
Oh, no, Mommy, please, I don't need another sweater.
It is cold out. I want you to wear the heavy sweater underneath your jacket. It's too cold to go outdoors and play unless you're dressed warmly.
But you make me put on so much I can't even move.
Well, I think she ought to have heavier socks on, too.
Oh, yes, Aunt Effie, I do, too. Where are your wool socks?
Oh, Mommy.
For Pete's sakes, what is going on out here?
Mommy always makes me put on so many clothes to go out and play.
Well, it is cold out.
Well, my gosh, I can't say I blame Betsy, honey. Look at her.
Well, she's going way down the road to Susan's and go ice skating on the pond.
Well, for Pete's sake, she's not going to Timbuktu. If she's cold, she can always come home and get something more to put on.
Children don't come home if they're cold.
Where's Timbuktu?
Asia.
Asia? It's Africa.
Africa? I thought it was in Canada.
Timbuktu?
I don't think it's in Canada, Aunt Effie.
Then what am I thinking of?
Well, I don't know what you're thinking of, Aunt Effie. Either of you. Timbuktu is in Africa.
I thought it was in Asia. You know, the sort of blank part.
What do you mean, the blank part?
Well, on the map, I mean, where there isn't much of anything. Not many towns. That big space somewhere northwest of China, near Tibet somewhere.
Near Tibet somewhere. Boy, you certainly know your geography.
Timbuktu. Wasn't that part of a presidential campaign years ago? Yes. Timbuktu and something else. It had something to do with the boundary line between Canada and the United States.
Aunt Effie, are you by any chance thinking of Tippecanoe and Tyler 2 and confusing that with 5440 or Fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
How you forget things. Isn't that silly?
Well, it's no sillier than thinking Timbuktu is in Asia. Where's the atlas?
Well, what atlas?
Don't we have an atlas around here? We had one.
If you mean that big old book that all the pages were falling out that you picked up secondhand years ago, I threw it out.
You threw out the atlas?
Why, it was so out of date, it practically had California still belonging to Spain.
Oh, you did not.
Well,
At least
practically.
it was better than no atlas at all, for heaven's sakes. You mean to tell me that we don't have any map of the world around here?
I do, Daddy. I got a game for Christmas, and the board that you play on has a map of the world.
Oh, that's my girl. Well, get it out, will you, honey, and let Daddy see it.
Did you find Betsy's World game, dear?
Yeah, I got it. Looks like a nice game, too, but Timbuktu isn't on it. I suppose they couldn't list everything. It's a good map, though, but they've stuck mostly to naming countries and their capitals and oceans and rivers and things like that, you know.
Well, I still don't think Timbuktu is in Africa.
Well, it certainly is. It's right about there, southwest of the Sahara Desert.
No, I don't think so, dear.
Now, why do you keep saying you don't think so? I know so. How do you expect this child to learn geography correctly if you confuse her?
Well, I expect Betsy will learn it correctly in school.
Well, you can't expect the school to do everything. Some help has to come from the parents. Seems to me that one of the things we'd better instigate around here is a group study of geography.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
yes. Well, fine, dear, fine. Whatever you say,
Where
darling.
you going?
Do the breakfast dishes and then plan dinner. Myra and George are coming over tonight, you know.
Just a minute. Never mind Myra and George. Come back here,
Well,
please, now.
look,
I want to do
Look,
something.
dear, I agree with you, whatever you say, but I've got work to do. I mean, every time you take the day off and stay home, darling, you act as though I can just drop everything, you know,
Well,
and
that's
start...
fine. Where are you going now, young lady?
Ice skating.
You just come back here now, please.
Honey, she is so bundled up.
Now, look. Generally, I am gone all day, and she goes to bed right after dinner, and we hardly ever, the three of us, have a chance to sit and discuss things. Now, I happen to think that this is important.
Uh-huh. Well, unbutton your jacket, Betsy, and take off your mittens.
Susan's waiting for me?
Unbutton your jacket. Daddy wants to talk to us.
Are you going to talk long, Daddy?
Sometimes I wonder why I start talking at all.
That is no way to speak to your father. Daddy is trying to help you. Now, I want you to apologize to Daddy.
Well, look, it isn't necessary for her to apologize. I simply
I asked her to apologize. Now, why do you countermand my orders? That, dear, is what confuses a child.
All right. Apologize.
Am I missing something?
Oh, no, not a thing, Aunt Effie. Come right in and join the cozy family picture.
Well, we are going to sit here until Betsy apologizes. I will not have her speaking to her father that way. After all the many nice things that Daddy does for you.
What'd she say?
I don't see what I said that was so awful.
What did she say?
Tell you the truth, I don't even remember now. Betsy, would you please apologize to me and let's get on with this?
I'm sorry, Daddy.
Thank you. Now.
I still don't know what she said.
I just asked Daddy how long he was going to talk.
Oh, well, I don't think that's so terrible.
The point is, Aunt Effie, that
I would like to make my point.
What is he talking about?
Geography.
Oh, I thought I was missing something. Well, I'll go finish making the beds. And if you're going to make a molded salad for dinner tonight, hadn't you better do it?
Yes, I will shortly.
And I certainly don't think Betsy ought to stay around in the house all bundled up like that. I thought you were going ice skating.
Daddy wants me to talk about geography first.
Goodness, it's the child's Christmas vacation. I think it would be far better for her to go outside and play and get some nice pink roses in her cheeks.
Aunt Effie, dear.
Why do you want to talk about geography?
If you would wish to sit down, Aunt Effie, you may join our family discussion, and I will tell you why I wish to talk about geography.
Oh. Did you find out where Timbuktu is?
It isn't on this map game, but he still says Africa.
Oh, I don't think so.
That's what I said. Oh, go on, dear. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I will now continue with what I started to say 10 minutes ago. I feel that it would be a big help to Betsy and to some others around here who shall be nameless if we did a little studying ourselves. After all, as we get older, we're inclined to forget the things that we've learned in school.
Well, what do you mean, get older?
Oh.
Just because I didn't remember about Tippecanoe.
Oh, he didn't mean you, Aunt Effie.
I meant as we all get older,
Yes.
our memories aren't as good.
Well, my memory is.
Oh, well.
All right, yeah, that's fine. Well, mine isn't. I know I've forgotten a lot of things that I learned in school.
Well, and apparently I have too, dear.
Sure, so that's why I say it's a darn good thing if we brushed up on a few things. At the same time, it would be a big help to Betsy. Now, for example, geography.
Only the other day, Martha said something about when our cousin Clarence was married in 1928, she said. Well, I said it was not 1928. Clarence was married in 1927, in October of 27. I even remember that he was married on a Sunday. The reason I remember is because it rained. Oh, just cats and dogs. I never saw it come down like that.
Yes. Well, go on, dear, about geography.
No, I'm waiting for Betsy. I know just what she's going to say next.
How could it rain cats and dogs in it?
I knew it. I saw it coming.
It didn't really rain cats and dogs, dear. That's just a figure of speech.
What's a figure of speech?
Well, darling, a figure of speech is something else that you will learn in this coming new year, when we shall start the year by having a family study group every night after dinner. We're going to get ourselves a good atlas and a large map of the world, which we will hang on the wall and study. And you will learn things, Betsy, about our world. Now, for example, can you point to the continents and name them?
What are continents?
There, look, what are continents? See, she doesn't even know what they are.
Honey, she's only in the second grade. You expect too much.
I don't expect the schools to do everything. I feel that parents have a responsibility to round out a child's education.
Well, yes, dear.
Now, Betsy, what continent do you live on?
I don't know.
There, she doesn't even know what continent she lives on.
North America, dear.
Well, she's not supposed to know. She's only in the second grade. She's still learning to read and write and spell and beginning arithmetic.
I know what she's learning. She just showed me some of her papers. Now, I want you to listen. Listen to this. Here. I live in a white house. John throws the ball to Mary. Tomorrow we are going on a picnic.
That's my work paper, and the teacher said it was very good.
Of course it's good, darling. Look, she got a gold star.
I say my child is capable of learning more important things than being able to write down that she lives in a white house.
Darling, are you still thinking about her report card? Now, you know we averaged it out and decided she did very well,
Look,
really.
I know that my child is Superior.
What's that?
Aunt Effie, you go finish making the beds. You go make your molded salad or whatever it is. And Betsy, you go and do your ice skating. I'm going downtown. I'm going to make a few purchases. And after lunch, we will begin the first in a series of home studies.
goodness sake, what's all that pounding?
He's hanging up an enormous map of the world in his den. You should see it. It's 76 inches by 52 or something like that.
Come on. Haven't you finished the lunch dishes?
Yes, we'll be right in. Come on, Aunt Effie, come
Just
on.
let me put these cups and saucers away. You go on in.
All right. Betsy, come on, dear. We're all meeting in here in Daddy's den for a home study group.
All right. You needn't make fun of the home study idea. By the time we're through with Betsy, she's going to know something.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like Mommy to note where Timbuktu is. Africa, French West Sudan.
Let's see.
Only it's spelled something different here. Tombouctou, which I didn't know. So you see, right away, we've all learned something. See?
Of course, I can't help but feel, however, there's something incongruous about spending $15 for an atlas and $8 for a map just to make sure where Timbuktu is.
Look, would you please round up everybody
Yes,
so we can...
all right. Aunt Effie, Betsy, come on.
We'll return to the couple next door in just a moment. We've been talking about highway safety here this week, and with good reason. This is one of the busiest, most dangerous weeks of the year. Holiday travel will be at its heaviest, and that's when you need to exercise all the patience, care, and courtesy you have. You may be able to avoid some of the worst traffic jams by leaving very early or very late. Another way is to keep off the main highways altogether. Get a road map and try taking some of the side roads. You'll find them much freer of congestion. You can avoid pileups at toll gates by keeping your eye open for the toll booths with the short lines. You know, some drivers are like sheep. They'll follow the car ahead and drive into a full lane when other lanes are empty. And when you're running along the highway, though, that's the time to stay in line, unless you're passing. And only change lanes after you've looked in your mirror and ahead of you to make sure it's safe. Then signal the car behind you. Obey all the laws. Don't try to push ahead. Just take it easy. You'll arrive relaxed and ready to enjoy the holiday.
Now, we're all here. What are we going to study first,
Well,
teacher?
first we're going to study about the Earth and how it spins and goes around the sun. Now then, Betsy, say that this marble is the Earth and this orange here is the sun. Now then, the Earth spins around the sun every 24 hours, and that is why we have night and day.
Oh, no, Daddy. It takes a year for the Earth to go around the sun.
No, Betsy, would you just listen to Daddy,
It
please?
does, Daddy. It takes a year. My teacher said so.
Well, then your teacher does not... Oh, yeah, that's right.
right, dear.
I'm right. You're right, honey. I mean, a year to go around the sun, and it takes 24 hours for the Earth to spin on its own axis.
That's right, Daddy. And there's air around the Earth. What is air made of, Daddy?
Air is made of... honey, that's a little too advanced for you. Yeah, darling. You get into physics and chemistry.
Air is made of nitrogen, oxygen, and other gases. It is.
It's made of nitrogen, oxygen, and others. Where did you learn that?
In school, Daddy.
You see, dear, they do learn important things in school.
Yeah, I see. Well, maybe by the time Betsy is through with us, we'll have learned something.
Yeah, maybe we
Well,
will.
I do think this map is a good idea. Why, look at Greenland. I never realized it was so big.
And look at South America. I always think of it as being directly south of North America, and it isn't at all.
Yeah.
Why, Florida is farther west than practically all of South America.
Look, for
at this.
Pete's sake, New York, New York has the same latitude as Rome, Italy.
Well, look, my gracious, here's Yugoslavia.
And look, here's St. Helena Island off the coast of Africa. I had no idea they carted Napoleon way down here.
I thought you brought the map for me.
Yeah, well, we did,
We did,
darling.
dear.
Just give us a chance to do a little homework, that's all. Honey. We're
now.
studying.
Listen again on Monday for The Couple Next Door.